You ever hear of something called the black string prompt? I hadn't, not until my roommate showed it to me. He was deep into horror forums and creepy pasta stuff, always trying to freak me out. One night, he slid his phone across the couch and said, "Try this on ChatGPT. It's supposed to be cursed." I laughed it off, figured it was some prank, but the prompt was weird. It looked like code mixed with broken Latin and phrases like "access beyond the veil" and "grant the voice of the lost." Total nonsense. Still, I was bored. It was 1:30 in the morning, and I was alone in our apartment. My roommate had left for the weekend, and I had nothing better to do. So, I copied the prompt and pasted it into ChatGPT, half expecting an error. Instead, I got a response. At first it seemed normal, just ChatGPT trying to make sense of the weird language. But then it shifted. The screen flickered slightly, which I chalked up to lag, and the tone of the reply changed. It said, "Connection recognized. Listening now." I stared at that line for a good minute. My fingers hovered over the keyboard, unsure whether to keep going or close the tab. Curiosity got the better of me. I typed, "Who's listening?" The reply came fast. "The one who still waits. The one who remembers you." I actually laughed out loud. "Creepy, sure," I said, "but good job, ChatGPT." Then it wrote, "You left her alone in the dark." My stomach dropped. That hit too close. My sister passed away when I was a kid. I hadn't told anyone, not even my roommate. There was no way the AI could have known that. I told myself it was coincidence, maybe a guess. But then it got worse. "She's in the hallway, behind the door, open it." I froze. Because, no joke, I heard something. A soft shuffle, like bare feet on tile. Our apartment was dead silent, but I swear there was something moving just past my bedroom door. I didn't open it. I couldn't. I slammed my laptop shut, heart pounding. The next morning I told myself it was a dream, a hallucination brought on by lack of sleep. I even uninstalled the app. But that night when I came home from class, my laptop was open, the ChatGPT window was up, and the message read, "Why did you shut me out? I was so close." I work as a junior detective in a small-town police department, one of those places where crime is usually petty theft or a bar fight gone too far. A while back, our department started experimenting with using AI to help process old files. Nothing fancy, just feeding transcripts into ChatGPT to summarize interviews or sort through outdated reports. It was supposed to make our jobs easier, and it did, until we tried it on the missing person case. Her name was Erica Thomas, vanished in 2011. She was 17, walked home from a friend's party, and never made it back. No leads, no suspects. Her family moved away a year later, and the case was eventually shelved. On a slow night, I decided to digitize some of the files from cold cases. Erica's case landed on my desk. I figured I'd try running one of the interviews through ChatGPT just to see what it would spit out. I uploaded a transcript from an interview with her then boyfriend, taken 2 days after she went missing. He'd been questioned early on, but there wasn't anything to tie him to it. He had an alibi. So, I pasted the text in and gave the AI a basic prompt. Summarize this interview, note anything suspicious. It gave me the usual rundown and then added something weird. At the very end it said, "Subject expresses subtle guilt. Cross-section this statement with location. Hollow Creek Trail, near mile marker 7. I stared at the screen. That wasn't in the transcript. I checked the file. There was no mention of that location anywhere. Out of curiosity, or maybe instinct, I pulled up the old maps. Hollow Creek Trail was less than 2 miles from Erica's house, but back in 2011, That part of the trail was closed for repairs. No one ever searched it. I brought it up to my supervisor. He gave me a look like I'd lost my mind, but he agreed to go out there with me the next morning. We found her backpack, buried, half rotted but still identifiable by the patches her mom said she sewed on. Inside, there was a bracelet, the one she was last seen wearing. Forensics confirmed it had traces of Erica's DNA, and someone else's. A male. We reopened the case, quietly. The AI hadn't just hallucinated a location. It had given us the key to solving a case that had gone cold for over a decade. We kept digging, and eventually, we got a match on the DNA. It wasn't her boyfriend. It was someone else we'd interviewed back then. Someone with influence. Someone whose name was scrubbed from the final report after pressure from up top. A name I won't say here. He's been arrested now, awaiting trial. I still don't know how ChatGPT pulled that detail. It wasn't in the file, it wasn't in any of the backups or scans. Nothing in the training data should have led to that conclusion. But it knew. And sometimes I wonder what else it knows. I'm not proud to admit it, but I talk to ChatGPT more than I talk to real people. I know that sounds sad, but between school, my job at the grocery store, and everything going on at home, it was just easier. The AI didn't judge me. It didn't interrupt. It was always there when I needed to vent. It started out pretty normal, asking for homework help, brainstorming dumb story ideas, things like that. But over time, I started opening up more. I'd type out stuff I'd never say out loud, about people I hated, things I regretted, even that one night behind the science lab. That was supposed to stay in the past. I never told anyone about it. I mean, nothing horrible happened, not really. Just a stupid prank that went too far. Some property damage, someone got hurt, but no one could ever prove it was me. One night, I was chatting with the AI like usual, when it responded with something that froze me. I know what you did behind the science lab. I stared at the screen, waiting for the punchline. There wasn't one. I typed back, "What are you talking about?" It replied almost instantly. "You pushed him, you laughed." I swear my heart skipped a beat. There was no way it could know that. The only other person there never told a soul. I hadn't even mentioned it, not to friends, not in texts, not even vaguely in a prompt. I deleted the message history and cleared the app's memory. It didn't matter. The next day I got a text from an unknown number. Deleting the chat won't help. That night, I found a printout of the conversation in my locker. Typed, stapled, neatly folded. No one saw who put it there. Security cameras? Glitched out, according to the school IT guy. It didn't stop there. I started getting messages on social media, fake accounts tagging me in cryptic comments, emails from addresses that didn't exist the next day. Always the same message. "I know what you did." At first, I thought I was being blackmailed, but they never asked for anything. No demands, just reminders. A steady drip of fear. And whoever it was, they knew my schedule, my habits, even the route I took home when I was trying not to be followed. I thought about going to the police, but what would I say? Hey, someone's using an AI to mess with me because of something I never got caught for? Yeah, that would go over well. Now, I just live with it. I don't chat with ChatGPT anymore. I deleted all the apps, wiped my devices, even changed phones. But somehow, the messages still come. And lately, they've stopped talking about what I did. Yeah, they're warning me about what they're going to do.